Hello, people of the internet. It is I, Soul Rack Dragon here, back with more Fate Stay Night Remastered. Yep, not doing FGO today or Pokemon. This week's schedule is going to be a little bit different, just because, as far as I can see, FGO-wise, the event will reach its final stages by Wednesday, so I figure it's better to stream FGO on Wednesday. And Pokemon is going to be on Friday because apparently new Terra raids and everything will be available starting then. So, yeah, I think it's going to be Monday Unlimited Blade Works throughout, Wednesday FGO, and Friday Pokemon. Although if you're watching this, then this schedule doesn't really make a lot of sense to you because, yeah, this is going to be published after Unlimited Blade Works is out, which will probably be long after the Pokemon series has been published, but who knows? I certainly don't right now. But, hey, J6, welcome to the stream. How'by things? Day 6 of the lotto, and you're sticking to 0 for a bit. Fair. But yeah, we are doing day 6 of Unlimited Blade Works, maybe day 7. I don't know. Not sure yet. We'll find out here momentarily. But you hate Lotto, so you're not going to be trying to shoot for 100 boxes then. This Lotto event is what I'm getting here, right? No 100 box shoot. Oh. Maybe. It may actually be day 6 of the Lotto. Day 5 or 6, one of the two. Those are close enough. And who knows when, FGO's days roll over and everything. I'm dreaming. Using a thin connected circuit like a blood vessel, I see a memory I can't reach. This was his memory. At least it isn't mine. I've only gone for 100 once, and I've gone for 100 a couple times. I've only made it to 100 boxes once. This is someone else's story. It's so long ago that he doesn't think about it. A memory so distant that he doesn't even try to recall it. A memory so old that he can't even remember it. They are the heavy shackles of a contract set in stone, unable to be changed or retracted. It's not like he wanted anything. Rather, he was the type of person who could not stand many things. He could not stand if there was someone crying near him. He could not stand if there was someone hurt near him. He could not stand if there was someone dying near him. In the wrong phrasing / context, it makes it sound like whoever really cannot stand all this stuff is a massive asshole. Like, I can't stand it when people are dying or hurt or crying around me. Like, that just sounds like an asshole under any other context. Lottos happen when you're super busy. I can get that. This is probably the first lotto in a long time when I'm not super busy, so I can reasonably enough pull it off. That was the only reason. And for that only reason, he tried to save everyone within view. He was so clumsy that it would make you nervous watching him. But he would accomplish it in the end and change many a fate. Exactly. To that end, his life was full of blessedness. Is that a word? Hang on. Is that a word? It is apparently a word. I don't think I've ever heard the word blessedness used in a sentence before. So good on you, FSN. Good on you for using the word blessedness. The awkward, inelegant battles he fought had meaning. For as much as he was hurt and stared down death, he was equally able to save people. But there was one pitfall there. Everyone within view. Yet you cannot wholly look upon yourself. So, in the end, he was not able to save the most important person of all, himself. I don't know how it ended up like that. No, it should be the other way around. It's a wonder it didn't end up like that sooner. And so there was a terrible disaster Many people died, and many more faced death. There was nothing he alone could do. With so many deaths and an inevitability before him, let me make a contract. I shall give you my life after death. I would take compensation now. You know, considering what we know of the counterforce and everything, it kind of makes you wonder, was he set up, perhaps? Because to the untrained, the counterforce's actions can look like nothing more than an approaching natural disaster. I wonder, did the counterforce set him up for some reason, or are we giving it way too much credit? Yes, he made a contract with a mysterious thing known as the world, throwing away himself to save all those living here. The birth of a hero. That's it. There's nothing after that. Even if he is called a hero, it doesn't change what he does. From the start, his objective wasn't to become a hero. He merely needed a hero's power as a part of the process. Even then, his ending came quickly. A savior is nothing but a nuisance to those who are not saved. He understands his own powers and the extent of the world. He accepts that there are those that he can and cannot save, and so he wanted those within his sight to be happy at least. Others decried it as hypocrisy. There were many who despised him for his narrow-mindedness. Even then, the way he silently pursued his ideals was something he should have been proud of. Hey, Janice, welcome to the stream. How be things? But, in the end, he faced an uncompensated death, as per the contract. And in the end, he reached that place. He had friends and a lover. Wait, what? Indeed, you did manage to catch another stream here. Indeed. I'm sorry, but, hang on. Emiya had a lover. This is news to me. Since when? Who? I know he's a result of a failed saber route, so who the hell is his lover? Answers, I kind of doubt it gives me one. But cornered by his ideal, he lost it all. With no place to go, carrying the voices of resentment within him, he continued to fight. He knew of his fate heading towards death, but he used that to try and perform the miracles that were beyond his capacity. Yeah, the word had. It sounds like whoever it was sort of got kind of tired of his self-sacrificial nature, which really could be any of them. But that comes to an end. He arrives at the Hill of Swords. The end of his battle came on a mound with rusted, ownerless blades. And again, I just have to say, I really do respect that for the most part, it does look like most of these blades are distinct from one another. For the most part, you do start, like, looking a little closer, you do see some overlap. Like this, even this blade and this blade here, there are some small differences, but yeah, pretty much all of the major blades you can see are different. It's like when you look into the faint background, like this blade way back here looks similar to that blade there. Yeah, overall a very good job as to making the blades distinct from one another. Alone after all. Even then, there was nothing to regret if he was able to save everyone within view. See sabers, rapiers, long swords, but no great swords. Yeah, that's a good point. Although, I mean, it's hard to tell the size of the blades, really. Those really short, hilted ones could be great swords. They could. Heck, the giant blade that is in our point of view is actually this one right here. That looks like it might be a Zweihander. This one looks like it could possibly be a Zweihander. There, just based on the sheer length of blade compared to all of the other ones. Actually, no, that one would be a better fit for a Zweihander, because you can see sort of the distinct difference there. At least based off of my knowledge of Zweihanders from FromSoft games. He smiles with satisfaction and lets go of the sword. Oh, so Shiro's dreaming Emiya's dream in this route. Interesting. My body feels heavy. I feel awful as I wake, as I'm immediately assaulted by a headache. What if it's because of my injury from yesterday? My right arm still slightly hurts. I mutter while getting up. It's already past 6 a.m. Crap, I should be making breakfast. I am so glad I do not need to wake up that early. I jump out of bed and change quickly. Fujini and Sakura have morning practice, but I do not recognize that blade. They leave at 6:30 a.m., so I won't make it unless I hurry. Unless they're both still sleeping. After I see them off, I drink tea with Saber after breakfast. The morning goes by in a whirlwind, and before I know it, it's past 7 a.m. I'm gonna get going. Take care while I'm gone, Saber. Yes, please be careful yourself as well. Please do not do anything reckless just because you have Reen's help. Yeah, I learned from yesterday. I'll ask for your help if I'll go after an enemy. I wave goodbye to Saber and leave. The morning air is peaceful. But the school that I'm about to head to is completely different. Alright. I brace myself as I go down the hill. Tosaka is a right and proper master. I need to step up or I'll just make a fool of myself. You know, something I have noticed here is there is a distinct less presence of Ilya, it feels like, in this one. Like, I feel like in the Fate route, like, Ilya was like a constant presence, you know? But in this one, outside of the initial confrontation, we have not seen much of Ilya. And yes, I do realize how many times I said like in that sentence. I greet my classmates as I get to my seat. Along the way, I make eye contact with an unexpected person, and I'm momentarily at a loss for words. Oh, gotcha. Are you serious? It's instinctive. I storm towards Shinji. You. Hey, Emiya, what's going on? You're looking a little scary this morning. What, did something happen while I was gone? Cut it out. What did you do to Mitsuzuri? Oh, Ayako. It seems like she ran away from home. I heard about it this morning at the range, too. So she was found in Shinto, huh? None of this is funny, but Shinji laughs. That look in his eyes tells me he's delighted by mocking Mitsuzuri. Excuse me. Don't play dumb. You're the last person who talked to her. I'm asking you what you did to her then. We only chatted for a bit. More importantly, did you hear, Emiya? They found her on the ground in a back alley. I hear she was all dizzy and her uniform was messed up. Man, I don't know what happened, but you gotta be curious, right? About how that... Oh ho! Oh ho ho! Shinji's not even hiding his nastiness. Okay, Shinji, okay. About how that bitchy brat got trashed. I'm sorry, Shinji, but there is only one bitchiest bitch who's ever bitched, and... No, I cannot give that... I cannot call her that in any way. Miss Mitsuzuri. Why the scary face? It's just a joke. Don't take it seriously. Ayako's being looked after, right? I think she's resting at home. Well, I guess it'll be harder for her when she comes back, since the rumors will have spread by then. God, he is such a shithead. He is such a piece of shit. What happened to him in the Fate route again? I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Ilya sort of murked him in Fate. That's right. Ilya murks him. Yeah, Shinji, it's these kinds of things that make you unredeemable. And you really give extrovert Shinji a bad name. Are you saying you told everyone in the Kyoto Club about this? Maybe, but all the first years know about it already. It's not a telephone game, but I hear the rumor's been making it around. I can feel my fists clenching and clamping down on the urge I'm feeling. Did he go around telling everyone such a story? Mitsuzuri is a girl. Everyone knows she's strong, but even so. Oh, Shiro, do not give us some sexist dribble, please. Regardless of how strong she is, rumors like that have a way at eating away at anybody. Did he go around telling everyone knowing that? It's being kept from everybody for a reason, but he's deliberately spreading rumors to hurt her. You. I grab his shoulders. Don't glare at me like that. I said I don't know anything about it. Don't say anything you'll regret, Emiya. True, he does. Shrugging out of my grip, Shinji goes to his seat. The homeroom bell rings. I can't stay standing here. With a glance at Shinji, I'm forced to make my way back to my seat. You know, Shiro, a true hero of justice would not let someone get away with that. A true hero of justice would have beat the ever-loving shit out of somebody behaving in such a manner. So, Shiro, Emiya, I think you are a faker. Faking being a hero of justice. Such a faker. The day ends. School's over and the student body heads home in waves. I could have further interrogated Shinji, but I don't have any kind of proof to corner him. Even if he was in the woods, I don't have anything if he says he just wasn't there. Well, you can just say he was there. I need to find conclusive evidence first. Dude, you're mages. Mages don't operate off of conclusive evidence. Mages shoot first, dissect the body, and then ask the questions. So just be a typical mage here, Shiro, or have Rin be the typical mage. It's not certain whether he's a master or not. It's pretty certain. But there's no doubt he has something to do with the incident of Mitsuzuri going missing. How do I identify a master? I can only strip them and look for I think there's more... Oh, Shiro. Shiro, considering the command spells tend to be on the hand, I don't think you need to strip somebody down to look for the command spells. You know. You don't need to go stripping people to look for command spells. Sure, there is one exception of a person who has command spells not only on their hand in this particular Grail War, but even then, people can hide their command spells, dude. You're just incompetent and can't do it. Rin has said she's done it. Just go stabbing people in the hands or something. I don't know. I'm sure no master's going to allow me to do that. Well, 3 masters probably would be fine with you doing that. One of them in a weird, messed up way, and the other 2 out of genuine affection. So, another false statement is false. It's almost time. I'm sure Tosaka must know of a good way. I stand for my desk. We're already planning on meeting in the hall after school. Oh, hey J6, just criticizing Shiro for thinking that stripping somebody down is the only way to look for command spells. And then further criticizing him for saying that nobody would let him strip them down. When, you know, there's at least 2, probably 3 people in this Grail War that would be fine with it. Masters, to be specific. I meet Tosaka and look around the whole school. According to her, there are several sigils that help set the bounded field throughout the school. Tosaka has already been erasing them for the past few days, but it seems the new sigils are created or keep coming back up, preventing her from completely eliminating the bounded field. I don't... Honestly, I don't know of any command spells kept on the tongues. And even if there was a command spell on the tongue, stripping them would not reveal such a command spell. The bounded field is already set up. What I'm doing is just weakening the efficacy. It's better than nothing, and I'm sure the master won't activate the bounded field while it's incomplete, right? Exactly, I mean, that's the other thing. They can easily hide their command spells. So she says, "Hey, Tosaka, can I ask you something?" I call out after she eliminates the sigil hidden on the rooftop. What? Do you still feel something strange from the rooftop? Oh no, this is about a different matter. There's nothing strange here anymore. I think we're done here. I see. Then I guess we erased most of the active sigils. You can't sense magical energy, but you're really sensitive to abnormalities in places. I didn't think we could erase all the sigils at school so fast. Tosaka's in a good mood. Well, I'm glad I was able to be of help, but I don't feel up to it right now. Hey, Tosaka, can masters recognize other masters? Like, does their presence change, even if their servant is hidden? No, but I guess you can't identify a master if they haven't... You can identify a master if they haven't used any tricks. All masters are mages, so you can find them if you look for magical energy. Plus, they formed a contract with a really incredible familiar, so their magical energy will leak, even if they hide it. You haven't noticed since you're slow, but I also leave behind magical energy. A mage would be able to tell right away I'm a master, and I'm sure I can recognize another master. Really? But you didn't know I was a mage? Why's that? What, you want me to say it? Her voice shifts. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, no, it's fine. I think I figured it out. Smart boy. Well, that's how it is. There are some people who have small amounts of magical energy, even if they aren't mages. Mages only approve of others that have at least a certain amount of magical energy. Yeah, I figured that was the case. Well, then how about me now? The thing is, you haven't changed at all. I did hear it was an incomplete summoning, so the connection between you and Saber must be thin except for healing your wounds. I guess it's possible since you're a rare case. Then Shinji isn't a master. Even if I can't tell, Tosaka can identify a master just by looking at them. She should be able to sense the lingering magical energy if Shinji is a master who formed a contract with a servant. You say we have to look for masters, but it should be easy once we start. We just need to follow the trail of lingering magical energy, right? That's not true. For example, if they have a tool that can hide their magical energy, then nobody will find them. Well, there probably isn't a master like that. I doubt such a convenient tool that can erase bonkers level of magical energy thrown around with servants. Fair point. Then even if someone near you is a master, you won't be able to detect them if they have a tool like that? I'm not sure. It would depend on the item, but I think I'd be able to tell if they're nearby, no matter how much they try to hide it. As long as they've formed a contract with the servant, friction with the world would occur. I'm trying to think, has Sakura been around Rin since the start of the route? I don't think she has. Excuse me. You can sense Shinji as a coward? I think most people can sense that. Most people can indeed sense that. If I can't detect a master, even when they're nearby, that means that master isn't using their servant. Well, there may be exceptions, but I think that'll be a case of 9 times out of 10. Rin, this Holy Grail War is Exceptions the Musical. Everything has an exception in this Holy Grail War. We go back to the classroom. There weren't any clues we could find out about other masters, but Tosaka seemed satisfied we were able to erase most of the sigils. She said something like, the enemy won't be able to stand having their plans messed with so blatantly, so it won't be long before they give themselves away. You're patient. You said it wouldn't be long, but we don't know how long it'll be from now, right? Really? A person who set up a bounded field like this won't be able to stand it. I'm guessing they'll come out tomorrow. I mean, it's kind of weird, because in the Fate route, at the very least, Sakura did have a part to play in the attack on the school, because those shadows she sent out at Shiro to keep him away from Shinji. So she has had some interactions with Ryder. I don't know. Maybe not using her directly as a servant, but she is at least associating with Ryder. They aren't the type of person to let the same thing happen twice. So that's how it is. That's how it is. Well, I have things to do, so I'll be going home now. I need to buy a lot of stuff in preparation for tomorrow's battle. I'll see you tomorrow. Go home early today, okay? Go straight home. Oh, you're worrying about me. No, since we're cooperating, it'll screw up my plans if you go down. I'm just making sure. I don't think we've seen this blushing Reedon face. She's babbling. But that contrast with how she normally is tells me just how flustered she is. Yeah. I think I'm starting to really get a bead on her. Anyway, you're too defenseless, so don't do anything careless. I'm an exception, but other masters will come and kill you in a matter of seconds. She most likely wouldn't give Shinji the command of Ryder if she hadn't met Shiro. Oh yeah, she would be nothing but a puppet if she had not met Shiro. That's a good point. Tosaka looks away and tries to leave. Seeing her leave, I suddenly... Is Archer by your side right now? I asked something meaningless. He is, but what? Do you have something to say to him? No, not really, but I was wondering if the two of you are getting along. She looks back at me in wonder at my sudden question. Then... I see. Yeah, don't worry, he's a good guy, even though he's such a misanthrope. Despite what you think, he's pretty childish. I think it's actually kind of funny. Snickering, Tosaka disappears down the stairs. What's a snickering, Tosaka? I'm still not over what happened to Mitsuzuri, leading me to the archery range. It's set off from the other school buildings and looks empty. Club activities are over, so I don't think I'll find anybody here. But he will, won't he? I guess I'll go home. Or not. I turn around and head to the gate. Beyond that, on the way to the exit. Shinji Mato stands there as if to block my way. You're going home this late? Weren't all the students supposed to go home immediately with the danger and all? I don't have the confidence to stay calm facing Shinji here. So I try to ignore him and walk past. Oh man, so you can't even greet your friend, huh? Okay. Shinji, with how you were treating Shiro this morning even, calling each other friends is such a freaking stretch. Man, damn, must be draining to spend so much time destroying sigils. He sounds like he's grinning. Hang on. So that is Shiro's inner monologue. That is Shiro. So Shiro's first thoughts aren't... Shiro's first thoughts at... You must have been so drained spending so much time destroying sigils are... He's probably smiling. Wait, what? It's like, seriously, dude. You have the internal thought process to think that he is smiling as he says it, and only then do you process what the frick he's saying? Come on. Yeah, I do recall reading something about that, but I don't recall what their falling out was. Was it with regards to Sakura starting to take a shine to Shiro, perhaps? Hearing that, I immediately jump back and brace myself. Well, if you are walking away from Shinji, and you're jumping backwards, you're jumping back into Shinji. Destroying sigils. For you to say that, then I keep myself on alert and glare at Shinji. Yeah, he is a little bit. That's right. The bounded field that you so thoroughly eliminated was the security measure I set up. If it's destroyed like that, I'll be so scared I won't be able to come to school anymore. I see. So this is how naive I am. Oh gosh. I think Shiro is growing. When I saw him in the woods, I knew he was a master, but didn't try to confirm it because I wasn't prepared for the truth. Hold on, don't be on guard like that, Emiya. Since that annoying Tosaka is gone, let's talk things over like men. You know I deplore fighting. Hang on. Is Shinji why Shiro is a bit of a misogynist? Is Shinji to blame for that? Talk things over. You don't want to fight. And now Shiro has displayed his loss of intelligence again by believing Shinji doesn't want to fight. Of course not. I'm guessing you were forced to be this master thing too, right? I'm in the same boat. I was forced to be a master, even though I'm not a mage, nor do I really want to fight. So at the moment, I'm trying to find a way to get through this without fighting anybody. I have no intention of starting something with you. I see. Then what's up with that bounded field? You're saying you don't want to fight even though you have that thing set up? Dumbass. That's for my protection. Tosaka's at this school and she's a mage through and through. She won't hesitate to fight. So as a master that's not a mage, I have to set up protection for myself. That's all that bounded field was. I won't activate it as long as I don't get attacked. His story makes sense! Oh, Shiro. Shiro. I still don't know the details behind whether Shinji really is a master or not, or how he got to this point. But for now, I'll buy it. If Shinji says so, I should give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, Shiro. So, hang on. Let's follow some logical thoughts here, Shiro. Yes, if you forgo... Exactly. Let's follow some logical thoughts. You don't know the details behind how Shinji is a master or how he got to this point. And maybe, sure, let's say you can believe that the bounded field was set up for his protection. Yesterday, who was it? What was it that alerted you and got you and Rin to stop fighting? It was an unconscious girl at the exit to the school. What happened when Rin tried to save said unconscious girl? That's right. A servant tried to skewer her skull, but instead skewered your arm. And when you went out to confront that servant, you saw Shinji there. Meaning that he's probably in charge of the servant who tried to skewer Rin and assaulted that girl. And then had you strung up like a pig. So, even if you give him some benefit of the doubt with regards to the frickin' sigils placed around for his quote-unquote protection, he has clearly been looking for a fight. But before that, are you the one who attacked the female student yesterday? Okay, he's drawing some conclusions. I need to solve this problem. Oh, yesterday. I couldn't help. Oh gosh, if Shiro's next words are, I don't believe any word you say. My servant is an unmanageable woman, and she attacks people if I let her be. I'm just a normal person who was chosen to be a master. I'm not like Tosaka where it's my main job, so it's hard to get her to listen to my orders. Then what happened yesterday was just an accident, right? Your servant did it herself? Yeah, I'll be careful from now on. I don't want to cause any incidents in my own neighborhood either. I'll make sure the only thing she does is protect me. You swear that's true, Shinji? Yeah, why would I lie? I could have hidden it, but I told you about it. After you asked me about the matter and made me have to make up a lie on the spot. But yeah, I didn't lie, I just didn't tell the full story. You were getting suspicious of me, right? I'll have to defend myself if you come at me, so I came out before that could happen. You know, after you gave me the lead-in to the whole issue. I don't want to fight anybody except for Reen, that girl yesterday, Mitsuzuri. I tried picking a fight with you this morning in class. I guess you can't really call what he does to Sakura a fight. Good lord, man. Shiro, please. Show you have some level of intellect. Oh my god, he does. He can't take what he's saying at full value. If he really does want to avoid fighting, everything would work. Shiro, no! No, Shiro. No. Okay, I'll leave you. If you're not gonna do anything, I won't do anything to you either. That worked for you. Good, you're being reasonable for... He's being reasonable. But not good enough. Can't you tell why I came here to talk? Oh god. Shiro is... Oh man. You know, it might be a good thing Shiro Emiya never went on to try and become a police officer. It is a good thing Shiro Emiya never went on to become a police officer. Shinji holds out his hand as if he wants to shake. So that means, do you want to cooperate with me, Emiya? You probably didn't know, but the Matos are a family of mages. Well, it ended with my father's generation, but we still have the knowledge. How does it sound? It'll be helpful to an inexperienced master like you. Right? Yeah, you could probably kill somebody right in front of Shiro and still get away with it. Oh god. Patches. Oh gosh, I can only imagine how much... No, Shiro would not survive one of Patches' traps. Patches would kill Shiro with the first trap. The Mato line is a family of mages. Tosaka didn't say such a thing. No, she must have excluded him as an outsider if the blood died out, just as Shinji said. What do you think? If you cooperate with me, we can survive the Holy Grail War without having to rely on Tosaka. I don't think this is anything you even have to think about. He holds out his hand. His proposal isn't wrong. It makes sense, and it's an option. However, does Sakura know that you're a master? You really are an amateur, Emiya. A family of mages like mine only teach its secrets to the eldest son. The other kids are no more than spares. It was a waste of time to teach magecraft to spares like that. So, hang on. Calling Shinji out on his lie. 101. Family of mages only teaches its secrets to its eldest son. The other kids are no more than spares. It's a waste of time to teach magecraft to spares like that. Did he not just say that Shinji himself is not a mage? So why would he be taught magecraft if he is not a mage? Hell, if I would teach a simpleton like her the ways of a mage. I'm the only one who inherited the Mato secrets. Oh, Shinji is just contradicting himself. I see. That's really good. Sakura isn't someone who should be involved in all this. I need her to be smiling happily in life. If you promise not to do anything, then I won't do anything to you either. There isn't a problem with it like that, right? So you won't cooperate with me? There's no need to, right? If we both aren't going to fight each other, there's no need to cooperate. If you only want to protect yourself, then you should have the church take care of you until the Holy Grail War is over. You know that, right? Oh, what is this, Emiya? Are you actually trying to win this battle to the death? I don't intend to die, nor do I want to murder anyone. But I'll fight anyone who attacks me, and I can't just ignore those who will try to bring disaster to our town. And I don't plan on killing anyone, but I have to see this Holy Grail thing for myself. In order to do that, I have to survive until the end, right? I turn away from Shinji. Is that so? So you're just going to fight, huh? Well, it has nothing to do with me, but then you won't involve soccer in this. Right, Emiya? Hang on just a moment. Hello. Alright, I will try. Bye. Hang on just a minute, everybody. Sorry about that. Phone call, family stuff, all that kind of stuff. Nothing serious, just minor little things. Obviously not. You're gonna hide this from her too, right? Of course, but as her older brother, I can't let my little sister stay at the place of someone who's going to be involved in battles to the death. If you're going to fight, I won't let soccer go out until the Holy Grail War is over. Do you understand, Emiya? Yes, Rin would be calling him out so much right now. Oh. And I can only imagine how much less trouble this Grail War would be if Seba could be there in astral form. I feel like if Seba was here, even as just in her spirit form, the second Shinji had done any of these revelations, Shinji would be without a head. And Shiro would be just standing there like, wait, why'd you do that for, Saber? He was lying. Oh, okay. And just go about with his day. He does have a point. As long as I'm fighting alongside Saber, the Emiya household is also dangerous. Alright, I'll tell Sakura. That's fine. Right, Shinji? Nice of you to look out for your juniors. To be honest, I was afraid that you were going to hold her hostage. Well, this solves my most urgent worry. So we're done talking here. I'm going home then. Yeah, go ahead, but you know, right, Emiya? What we discussed here stays between us. I told you my secret since you're my friend. If you tell others, I can't anticipate what I might end up doing either. That's such an unsubtle threat, Shiro. That must mean he'll activate the bounded field if I tell Tosaka about him. Yeah, I won't tell anyone, but it's a different story if Tosaka finds you herself. I'm gonna help her as much as I can, and I won't stop her from fighting you if she finds out your identity. So if you don't want to be found, you should keep your head down. I walk to the front gate for real this time. The school building in the sunset. Shinji sees me off, without a word. You know, just another point of order here. For as dumb as Shiro is acting here, Shinji, dude, you could be so much smarter. Like, seriously, you are leading Shiro on by the frickin' nose. You probably have a rider waiting invisibly in the wings right here and now. The second Shiro turns his back, just summon Ryder and have him skewer him through the back of the head. That's one last master to deal with. And if you pull things off right, you could maybe frame Rin. Like, seriously, Shinji, why are you such an idiot, too? Ugh. I mean, at the very least, in the Fate route, Shinji tried to stick Shiro on Caster. At the very least, that happened in the Fate route. But in this one, he's not even doing that. Like, come on, Shinji. You had your enemy right where he was turning his back to you. Come on, man. New servant data added, just probably something with regards to Rider's master being Shinji. There are only 2 sets of shoes at the entrance. Fujini's heels and Saber's loafers. Why is Saber wearing loafers? I'm worried, so I go to the living room without announcing that I'm home. Briskly, I make my way down the hall. As expected, Sakura isn't in the living room. Instead, I spy someone that looks suspiciously like Fujini doing something that might be cooking in the kitchen. Oh, welcome back, Shiro. What's with that surprised face? Did something happen? She puts down what appears to be flour. If I didn't know any better, she looked like she'd been mixing something. Oh yeah, I'm surprised. Everything's so different than usual. Actually, I don't remember how many years it's been since I last saw Fujini doing something like cooking. Different than usual. Oh, you must meet Sakura. She went home. Someone from her home called her to come back. I see. Shinji must have called her. He didn't need to worry, but I guess he wanted to take care of it as soon as possible. Shinji? Whatever. After tilting her head as if she's not satisfied, she goes back to what she was doing. It bothers me a bit. It's not completely dark yet, so... Ooh. Okay. Interesting time to save. Overwrite this. Excuse me. Showing the flowchart here. Yeah, it still counts. You can do the servant rank point redeem at any stream. Any and every stream you can do the redeems. Okay, So this is not a relationship choice. This will not give me any boost to relationships. I don't think it will particularly matter what option I go with here, then. And I mean, as far as I can remember from the Unlimited Blade Works anime, there does come a point where Sakura just sort of disappears from the story. So I guess this is that point. So Sakura has exited stage left. Sad to see, considering from a meta level, I know what is wrong with Sakura, but I think talking to Saber might be the way to go, because I wonder if the bleeding effect has kicked in yet or not. Oh yeah. Well, you can still put her in there. I kind of forgot to do that after last time. Because I haven't decided where exactly she's going to go on the list, because any servant's initial entry onto the list goes based on where I want them to go. And honestly, Kashin Koji's not really made too strong of an impression. So, personally, right now, I'm going to say Kashin Koji is probably going to go in position 24. There's no image of her yet, but I will work on it soon. I'm going to talk to Saber. I don't know what's up, but is it okay to leave you in charge of dinner? Yep, I'll make you delicious crab egg faux young, so look forward to it. I'm a bit worried, but crab egg fo young is like an advanced version of an omelet, so even Fujini should be able to handle it. I just got home, Saber. I take off my shoes as I enter the dojo. Welcome back, Shiro. It would appear that nothing out of the ordinary happened today. Indeed. Saber must feel relaxed in this atmosphere, as she seems to favor the dojo. I kneel to sit and match Saber and tell her about what happened today. How we eliminated the bounded field at school, and how Tosaka anticipates there will be some kind of counterattack tomorrow. Well, probably not anymore, if I had to guess, but you never know. I see. So our battle with an enemy master is tomorrow. Then I shall get plenty of rest tonight and save my energy. I agree. I know it's probably naive, but I didn't tell her about Shinji. Shiro, why? Oh, Shiro. Why are you so dumb, Shiro? I don't want her to consider him an enemy until his true intentions are clear. Shiro, if you told Seba about any of the conversation that just happened... Saber, you won't believe this. I believe in one of Shinji's lies. No, Shiro would just say, so Shinji actually said he's actually a pretty chill dude. He just set up these bounded fields that I already told you about would drain the life force from everybody in the school as a sort of protection measure for myself. And you remember how yesterday I was hunted down by this servant? Well, apparently it's because Shinji said that he can't actually control her that well, so she just lashed out on her own. Would you believe that, Saber? Yeah. Oh, and he also said that because he was worried about Sakura, that she can't stay here anymore because I'm going to be involved in the Grail War. But he's totally not involved in the Grail War, so it'll be safer for him at home. Like, there are... Oh, Shiro. However, Shiro, is it fine for you to be here when it's almost time for dinner? Well, it's not like I have anything in particular to do, so I came to report to you, since I have time until dinner. It's not bad to relax before a meal once in a while. And then you're not making dinner tonight? No, is there a problem? Fujini's working hard, so I don't want to interrupt her. We should certainly respect her willingness, but will you really not be helping her? Nope, it's alright. Fujini is an adult, so she should be able to make some egg fo young. Well, she might even be better than me. She's an A rank in unexpectedness, after all. Admittedly, my explanation might be strange. And Saber is still frowning. Understood. I shall believe your words over Taiga's. Allow me to make sure I can trust you. Right, Shiro? She makes sure with an intimidating intensity. Yeah, you can trust me. I heard that. Please, do not forget the oath you made. That must have been enough as she relaxes her shoulders. Man, who would have imagined that this would become the cause of such a disaster? Uh-oh. It's time for the long-awaited dinner. On the table, there's crab egg fo young that Fujini made for the three of us. It's a simple dish where there's rice in a bowl and one serving of the omelet on top of it. It looks like there's a yellow lid on the bowl, which doesn't really look that good. But it should make the rice taste better since it's in a bowl. It's like a cutlet rice bowl or tempura rice bowl. There's no way it can be bad because the topping's flavor seeps into the rice evenly. The only downside is that the flavor would be rather mild, but it's a luxurious problem to have. No, I have not. I do have rice occasionally, but the main rice dishes I have had have been, just like separately cooked pork, sliced up and then mixed into cooking rice, and the same thing with steak. I'm not that cultured when it comes to my meals, admittedly. Essentially, pork fried rice and steak fried rice, I think, is what the dishes were technically called. They were homemade dishes, too, so they weren't that impressive. Well, dig in. Yes, bon appetit. Thank you. You know, it's kind of funny here. Bon appetit is like French or something, I want to say. Yet, in the translated game, where it's being translated to English, they use a French term. That's just a little weird to me. We all bow and start into our bowls. But there's not an ounce of softness in the egg faux young. In fact, the strange texture is more like that of a main dish. Away! We have an emergency. The crab egg faux young turned into something else. This isn't an emergency or anything. This is more like okonomiyaki over rice. I have no idea what that is. Hey, how did this happen? I made it just like I was told. Did your family really teach you how to make this? Yeah, I told them I'd be making a big omelet, so give me flour and other stuff. I wish she realized her mistake at that point. Until now, I thought being able to make an omelet was a basic function every human being was born with. Shiro. I mean, they could have just left it as itadakimasu. Ooh. But, Shiro, I don't know how to break this to you, but I don't know how to make an omelet. To be fair, though, that's because I prefer my eggs scrambled, personally. I know there's a lot of ways people eat eggs, but personally, I prefer them scrambled. So, maybe I could make an omelet, maybe I couldn't make an omelet. I don't know. I've never tried. Sure, let's Google this. Okonomiyaki. Excuse me. It's a pancake sort of thing. Okay. It's a pancake dish. Alright. Interesting. Welcome back, J6. Welcome back. Just dealing with Taiga's inability to cook. She tried to make crab egg faux young, but made okonomiyaki over rice. A crab egg faux young is only really an advanced version of an omelet, so it's my mistake to assume that Fujini couldn't mess up something like that. That's right, Fujini can't even cook an omelet. Savory pancake dish with veggies, onions, and eggs. Yeah, I couldn't do the onions. I have a very strong intolerance to spices. It's to the point where I cannot even eat pepperonis. So all of my pizzas are just plain cheese. I cannot handle spicy things. And onions are spicy, in a way. Then I hear about a voice filled with disappointment coming from my side. I don't know if I've ever tried / even heard of sweet onions, so... Like, okay, so ground pepper, like salt and pepper shakers pepper, I can have a small amount of pepper, but not too much of it. Most of the time I season meat, it's with Lowry's or specific rubs, but even sometimes those dry rubs, they do not agree with me. I slowly turn to her. This is hard to eat, even for me. Someone who, you know, subsisted off of mashed potatoes made by Gawain for who knows how long. What about bell peppers? Hell no, I cannot do bell peppers. Even the smell of bell peppers, man, ugh. Can't eat 90% of the food in your country. It's all full of spices. Yeah, I feel like I can't eat 90% of all food in general. I mean, the spices, honestly, they just do not agree with me. If I eat something too spicy, I am stuck on a toilet within an hour for an hour. And it's not fun. Yeah, 'cause it's hard to tell, but Saber seems mad. Because they're spicy. But the nightmare of dinner ends, and it's time for a strategy meeting. I've already reported to Saber about what happened today. I mean, not really. See, I've just been told they're spicy, but see, the thing is technically part of my heritage is... I'm technically Hispanic on my dad's side of the family, and I have a brother. He has no issue at all with eating anything spicy. He can eat spicy things like it's nobody's business, but he has a very poor temperature tolerance. Meanwhile, myself, I have an excellent temperature tolerance. I will wear a long-sleeve jacket in the middle of summer. On hot summer nights, I sleep underneath a thick winter comforter. Comfortably at that. I have a good external temperature tolerance, but a poor internal temperature tolerance, compared to my brother who has an excellent internal temperature tolerance, but a poor external temperature tolerance. Since it's likely that there will be a battle tomorrow, we may as well prepare. Then we will not be going out tonight, Shiro. Yeah, I'm sure it's frustrating for you, but sit tight for tonight. I don't intend to fight needless battles, and more than anything, we're not in a place to be able to fight freely. I'm inexperienced as a master, and Saber has a limit to how many times she can battle, since I'm not able to provide her with any magical energy. Well, I mean, I am a dragon, so... J6. Pepperoni is too spicy for me. Pepperoni. Given our situation, it's not a good idea to be aimlessly looking around for masters. Understood. You certainly do have a point. It's not proactive, but we do need to exercise utmost caution in order to win. However, if you have the will to fight, we must not waste any time. If we are to stay here tonight, then we should use this time to train. Saber stares at me. She doesn't even need to tell me. I brought Saber to this dojo with that in mind. Yeah, I mean, I am a dragon, so... But yeah, it's a pepper, J6. It's a pepper. Bell pepper is probably too spicy for me. I know. Do you remember what happened last night? We had a match since you told me I was slacking off for coming home late. Actually, it was less of a match and more of a one-sided beatdown. That was a good lesson. No matter what I do, there's always going to be those I can't beat. That was never more apparent than when I fought you. With that in mind, I think it's more important to train with you. I don't know how effective it'll be, but I should be able to survive a bit longer in battle if you're hard on me. So, dragons are my favorite animal, and, Solrak is just my name backwards. And my profile pic is actually... My dad used to do tattoos. He was a tattoo artist. So I looked through his collection of old, sketches for tattoos, found one, uploaded it online, and then did some mild editing in order to get the image. And Shiro. Yeah, please train me whenever we have the time. For today, that'll be until we go to bed. I take the bamboo sword on the wall. It's 8 p.m. There's still 4 hours until bedtime, so I'll train my heart out. Hold on, Saber! I stopped Saber since I feel like my life's in danger, because as Saber turns to me... What is it? You said you wanted to train your readiness for battle, so I'm only matching your enthusiasm. I'm not a rooster, I'm a dragon! But if bell peppers are sweet, then it's a maybe. But I have no idea where I would even, like, what kind of dish bell peppers would even do well in, is the thing in J6. She's going to kill me. Now let's start our training, Shiro. First I'll knock the dullness out of your instincts. You've been slacking off. Brace yourself so that something like tonight will never happen again. So she is mad about dinner. That was Fujini's fault. And even though you complained, you ate all of it. You'll stop showing up before you go crazy. Can tell you bell peppers are 100% not spicy. You can eat them raw or just roast them. Again, I will have to look into the matter, J6. I will have to look into the matter. There's no use in arguing. And Shiro, before you lose consciousness, let me make this clear. That was out of necessity. Please, do not forget that. I don't eat salads. Yeah. Saber disappears. Oh man. So I have to go through 4 hours of brutal torture. Grudges over food sure are scary. Oh, Saber never went easy on me. I crawl into bed. My body is covered in bruises and pain relief patches, and I'm sure it'll all be sore tomorrow. I'm tired. Really, that's an understatement. After training with Saber, I did my daily strengthening routine, so I'm tired both mentally and physically. Hey, Kritzy, welcome to the stream. How'by things. Saber and Fujini are sleeping in a room nearby, but I don't even care right now. I'm just exhausted. I'll sleep for now and prepare for tomorrow. Come. Am I dreaming? I must have dozed off. My body's asleep, and I can't even lift a finger. Then this has to be a dream. It's a dark night. There's a weird ringing in my ears. My legs are still asleep, but I'm walking down a hill. Come. It's cold. The wind is stabbing at my cheeks. I must still be in my pajamas, as the rest of my body is ice cold. This is unusual for Fuyuki. It feels so cold that I ought to wake up from the discomfort if this were a dream. Come. I have no idea what this sequence is all about. I walk through the empty town. The ringing in my ears doesn't stop. Ignoring my shivering body, my feet are moving towards somewhere. Oh. I try to scream, but I notice my throat is frozen. This isn't a dream. This can't be a dream. But I still feel like I'm asleep. My limbs, they aren't following my orders, and they're walking as if manipulated by something. Come. Oh. This must be the final destination. My feet move faster as they climb up the stone steps. Come now, come here, boy. The ringing in my ears turns into a voice. No, that's wrong. The ringing hasn't changed at all. It's been repeating the same word over and over. Come here. Come on now, come here, boy. What fills the inside of my skull is a female voice. Fool. of magical energy. I see the mountain gate. Something's on the other side. And if I cross that gate, I won't come out alive. I don't know what it is, but my hazy mind screams for me to flee right now. Go back. Go back. Go back. Stop. You can still make it. Wake up right now and go back. Wake up. Wake up. Just don't listen to that voice. I'm able to wake. My hazy thoughts become clear and my will finally returns. But it's too late. My limbs still don't obey me as they go through the mountain gate. The only certain thing is my mind. My body does not listen to me and walks into Ryudo Temple, not going against the voice. The temple is covered in darkness. In the center stands something with an inhuman magical energy. The figure wavers like a heat haze. A dark shadow that reminds me of a grim reaper strips off the layers of darkness, and the figure turns into a magician that one would see in those old fairy tales. Stop right there, boy. I'll kill you if you come any closer. She sneers. It seems that my body is under her control. The feet that won't listen to me freeze at her command. My consciousness wavers. I can't move my own limbs at all despite an enemy appearing right before me. Yes, that is an enemy. There's no doubt or hesitation. That is a servant, a heroic spirit who excels most in magecraft out of the 7 servants. The caster class servant. I move my frozen throat with all my might and somehow manage to glare at my enemy. That's right, boy. Behold my temple. I welcome you, Saber's master. The cool voice is mocking me at the same time. I try to pour strength into my legs, but my body doesn't move at all. Damn it, what the hell am I doing? I've been lured here, and on top of that, I can't move a muscle. I concentrate on my limbs with all my energy. Whatever trick this is, Caster's magecraft is robbing me of the freedom of control of my body. Then if I can extract her magical energy... You think you can free yourself? How cute. That's so precious of you to try and unravel my spell with a method like that. What? I concentrate everything I have to search throughout my body. Oh, really? Caster's VA passed? Rest in peace indeed to Atsuko Tanaka. Caster's magical energy. It seeped into my body and to take away my freedom from my limbs. I peer into my own body, but keep my eyes focused straight ahead. It's not that difficult if I stay calm. Every night I focus on finding the magical energy and circuit within me. You know, I'm curious as to why this is happening. I mean, in the Fate route, on this point in time, Seba does go out herself to examine Ryudo Temple because Shinji told us about Ryudo Temple. But if Caster is able to manipulate us in such a manner, then why is she only doing so now? And why did she not do so at any other point in the Fate route? Summer Caster's never to come out now. I mean, there's still a chance. If the lines have been recorded already, then, you know, it could still happen. Because I do know that there is a lot of data mined servant data out there. So, there is a chance. Like, Roland was data mined years before he was released. Maybe they already have Summer Caster prepped and ready to go. I just have to repeat that and identify where Caster's poisoning me from. Even if I can't get it out of my body, I can focus it into one of my limbs so that I can move the other 3. What even is this? Caster's magical energy isn't mixed within me. The only tainting element is this one small point on my chest. Yet my whole body's acting abnormally. Excuse me. There's nothing wrong in my flowing blood, but the blood vessels themselves are screwed up. It's like my heart is locked up. Is the red spot on my chest Caster's magical energy? My body's completely stripped of its authority with just one word of a curse. No way. So I was cursed by Caster in my sleep. Even if I was asleep, it should be impossible for me to be captured by a magecraft that was activated so far away. Mages have a resistance. It's the power to repel magecraft effects that hypnotize, bind, or coerce. As long as one is a mage, one cannot be easily manipulated by other mages. It's a fundamental law. Mages have magic circuits. The circuits running through the body not only make magical energy, but they also have the ability to repel external magical energy. Yeah, it's perfectly fine, Janice. Perfectly fine to send the friend request in FGO. Exclamation point FC should cause my friend code to appear in the chat. It is difficult to interfere with bodily functions of someone who has working magic circuits, and it's hard to control even a mage several ranks below oneself. As the magic circuit repels external magical energy, the spell is destroyed before it can be completed. For that reason, indirect magecraft that has those coercive or binding effects has a low success rate. Even if the target is not a mage, the magecraft can be repelled unconsciously if they have a magic circuit. In that regard, an intervention of just attacking with magical energy like Tosaka does, where you make a weapon in this world and attack after completing the spell, is the most efficient magecraft. Something that strikes physically works on physical things. Regardless of whether or not someone has a circuit, you bleed if you're a cunt. Oh my gosh. We have another line. It's not as iconic as people die when they are killed, but now it's you bleed if you are cut. Truly, Shiro Emiya is a man of our time. That makes this something else entirely. I'm guessing if we're in close proximity, such a spell would work on me. If I had met Caster before somewhere and had a spell cast on me then, it follows she could affect me from some distance. But I've never met Caster, nor do I recall having a curse cast on me. This is our first meeting. Without moving from here, Caster cast a spell all the way to my house and captured my body. The word witch pops into my head. She can control my body from more than a few kilometers away, which shouldn't be possible for both mages. But Caster can manipulate anyone in town without moving them from here. My spirit weakens. As the magecraft is complete, there's no way for me to dispel it. I can't do anything unless she releases me or I get some outside help. Do you understand now? It is my magecraft that is binding you, and not my magical energy. A completed magecraft cannot be washed away by the flow of magical energy. It's just like a liquid solid. The solid does not even crumble even if water is poured on it, right? The shadow gets closer. The bluish-purple robe melting into the night is sneering. I suppose there are exceptions. For example, yes, the magecraft you people make is like a mud building to me. No matter how solid it may be, I can easily wash it away with a violent current of water. Do you understand? The difference between your kind and mine is that of magnitude. Oh, really? That why you brought me all the way out here, huh? Yes, masters are all weaklings, but you are the weakest, by far. Your resistance to magecraft is not particularly greater than a normal person here. If I find such a master, it is only natural that I want to speak with them, right? She snickers. Demonstratively, she's the superior here, and I'm just the prey. A chill runs through me. She wants to speak to me. Yeah, right. No, she's just gonna kill me. Yet another misunderstanding, boy. Don't worry, I can't drain your magical energy if I kill you. All the humans in this town are mine. I wish for them to live and grant me every single drop of their magical energy. Her laughter echoes in my ears. What? It feels as though a missing piece fits in my head. Did she just say she's gonna drain the magical energy from everyone in this town? You involved innocent people in this? Oh, you didn't know? I thought you already knew if you're cooperating with that girl. I see. Yes. So you didn't know. Caster's lips curl into a delighted smile, as if she's thinking about how she will cook the prey that she has caught. Then I shall tell you, I, the servant caster, have the right to create a territory. Some mages have a workshop, correct? I speak of something like that. I constructed a temple in this place to protect myself from you people. Fortunately, this location is unfavorable for servants. It is an excellent territory, and most of all, it's easy to gather magical energy. I couldn't hold back at the first since the magical energy is the lot you have is so little, but now I can gather it more efficiently. You can see it, right? A stockpile of hundreds of peoples of magical energy in this territory. Fragments from the rabble. Then the incidents happening around this town are... Yes, I told you this is my temple. Right. Then, isn't it the duty of the people to offer me sacrifices? That's weird that it would censor your name otherwise. But yep, I see ya. I do see you. You have the Summer Ushi level 90 in your all slot, correct? The unknown coma incidents happening in town. I didn't think it was that many, but she said hundreds of people. If I look closely, in the swirl of magical energy in this temple, it looks like it's made up of 1,000 souls. I put strength into my limbs, but there's no change, and Caster just stands there, mocking me. Yep, I will go more in depth over your support setup on Wednesday's stream. Come Wednesday's stream, I will be doing a more in-depth dive into your support setup. Now, why don't we finish our talk? It must be boring for you to stay there like that, too. A voice whispers in my ear. Yeah, she's grown a lot closer. At the same time, the enemy that I couldn't see until now fills my vision. Saber's master. I shall take your command spells. Saber's far too valuable to have disappear. I need her to defeat that annoying berserker. Caster raises her arm. A finger inches forward towards mine. Take my command spells? Is that possible? I think Tosaka said you need to pull out the nerves in order to take command spells. That's right. I'll peel off your skin and have them, and then transplant the command spells to my master. However, the command spells are one with the owner's magic circuits, right? So removing your command spells will also mean that I'll be pulling out your magical circuits as well. Casually, she speaks of something horrifying as if it were small talk. Pull out my nerves? So she's gonna rip out the nerves in my body? If she does that, I'll... Yeah, still not be able to retain normalcy, but don't worry, I won't take your life. I desperately put strength into my limbs to the point they might get dismembered, but nothing changes. My limbs don't move, and I'm like a prisoner about to be executed. A bewitching sneer. The finger that glows ominously slowly reach out for my left hand, like a crawling spider. You know, Shiro, you have access to your command spells. You have the ability to speak. Call Seba. Oh, I was about to say, did we hit a dead end somehow? No, it's an interlude. Okay. How long has it taken for her to notice something is wrong? She wakes from a strange phenomena of a spider's web and makes her way to the hallway. Okay, I like this as an interesting flipping of the script. In the Fate route, Saber is the one that snuck out. In Unlimited Blade Works, Shiro is the one that is mesmerized to come out. Interesting. At first, she thinks it might be coming from her master. The abnormality came from Shiro Emiya's room before sneaking outside. What a bother, is he still doing magecraft training? Saber sighs, her golden hair swaying. It's good that he's enthusiastic, but his body won't rest unless he rests. And when she decides to go warn him, she realizes her own mistake. She confirms her suspicions and gasps. The abnormality isn't coming from Shiro's room. Under the moonlight, a string, thin as her hair, runs through the darkness. The single string goes to Shiro's room from outside the house. It's so thin that even the bounded field didn't catch wind of it. There's no time. She transforms into an armored knight and swiftly heads out. Her feet run through the quiet streets. Nothing will stop her. She knows where she must go. She only has to follow that string, the pulse of her master. All she can do is run as fast as she can. It makes no difference whether her destination is her enemy's territory, nor how many death traps await her. She has sworn to protect her master. Anything that might come is negligible. A mountain contaminated with an abundance of magical energy. Ghosts fly around in the sky like crows, and the leaves and the trees are covered in unseen blood. With the collected magical energy reside stripped down souls, and the stark mountainside will consume those that approach. If there is a place in this world where death is assured, this is unmistakably the perfect example. She enters without hesitation. Such things will not stop her. If this place is held, then she has to save her master all the more. She runs up the stone stairs. The expected traps and obstacles do not manifest. The mountain gate is already in sight, and she should reach it with one more step of her magically energy-infused legs. Only to come to a stop. But her advance ends. No, it's halted by an enemy. Kojiro! Atop a staircase landing, beneath the eaves of the mountain gate, there stands one servant. His name is Sasaki Kojiro. The assassin-class servant, the protector of Yodo Temple, wields the longsword Monohoshizao. Her mind is in unrest. Saber readies invisible air. Her master is on the other side of the mountain gate, but the identity of the servant that stands before her is too much. Of an unknown. The way he revealed his identity with no hesitation. He does not take a stance, and his hostility seems transparent, pure. She cannot grasp his strength from such a transparent offering. She can see his power as a servant. Assassin is not powerful, so it ought to be very easy to maneuver and defeat him, but her instincts tell her otherwise. They tell her that in a duel, she will not best him. I don't have any business with you. Move out of the way, Assassin. Saber clamps down on her anxiety and glares at Assassin. There's only one step until she can strike the opponent. To move up or down, the moment one of them makes a move, the other will strike with a killing blow. Did you not hear me? I said to move, Assassin. Hey, Zahak, welcome to the stream. Happy things. Her final warning. The long sword-wielding swordsman accepts with grace and poise. Yes, I see. You wish to pass the mountain gate. Her green eyes would but pierce his body for such a foolish question. He must like her reaction. The longsword weaves through the night in an arc. Then force your way through. If you do not hurry, your master's life will be forfeit. He laughs with the same cool, collected tone. Relaxing's always good. Looking forward to ordeal call coming up soon. / are you doing any farming in the lotto? Saber steps up in reply. The longsword strikes swiftly, and Saber's invisible blade intercedes. The sounds of the clashing swords echo through the breezy mountaintop. Their skill seems equal, but she has no advantage. Yeah, I'm waiting until the final set of nodes appears before I'm going to really start farming, but when I really start farming, I'm really going to start farming. Frustration builds. The enemy that she must defeat quickly is actually skilled and a great hindrance. Please. She grits her teeth and prays with all her might. In that moment, excessive thoughts beyond the duel seep into her skull. But yeah, you both are very far ahead of me. Is there any particular goals that you are going for this Lotto event? How many boxes are you both going to shoot for? The battle does not end. The mountain gate is too far away. Interlude out. Gross of a dozen of a dozen. So 144 is your goal then. And 70 for you, Janice. Okay, that's not bad. Caster extends her fingers. Damn it. I try to fight back, but my body won't move. My limbs aren't responding, my senses are being taken away, and I'm sure she's gonna off me. Goodbye, boy. I regret that I became a master with such little talent as you have. My body doesn't move at all and accepts the fingertip of death. I resist the urge to close my eyes and keep glaring at Caster with all my might. Oh, good boy. I can't say I dislike that in a person. Caster snickers at my utmost resistance and puts her fingers on my command spells. Even my free will is going numb. In my fading thoughts, I hear the sound of clashing swords from the temple gate behind me. Oh? What kind of miracle is this? I hear the sound of dozens of objects splitting into the air, followed by numerous arrows piercing the ground in front of me. Caster instantly retreats, her black robe swirling like a spinning top. Like a Beyblade! What? There are arrows piercing through the ground by her feet. 13 of them fired from the direction of the temple gate. They were probably fired in rapid succession, and Caster would have been struck center mass had there been one more in the volley. The one who fired stands there, atop the gate. The knight in red then jumps down to ground level, his hands empty. I thought you'd be dead by now, but you're more persistent than I thought. Archer moves to stand before me as if to protect me. Why? What? I just happened to be in the area. Don't worry about it. So how's your body? That should have cut Caster's strings. Huh? I check my hand. It moves. My frozen limbs must have regained mobility from that earlier action. I can move. Caster's spell is gone, but actually, it's actually Satan here. That's good. I want to tell you to do what you want now, but if you don't want to get killed, then stay there for a while. One wrong move. What is Assassin doing? See, she'll take her anger out on you. Hell hath no fury, as they say. What a pain in the ass this is gonna be. Archer laughs. I can't tell how serious he is. Oh, don't get too mad, Caster. Assassin is fighting Saber. I don't know who that samurai is, but he's quite a swordsman to be able to hold back Saber. Shouldn't you be praising him instead? Even though he's facing the enemy, there's no tension in his voice or body language at all. Caster must have noticed that and regains her composure. Don't be ridiculous. You cannot call him a heroic spirit if he can't even stop you. The man lacks ability, despite calling himself a swordsman. Oh, you sound as if Assassin is your ally, so your masters are cooperating after all. If not, then it wouldn't explain the situation of two servants in the same place. Caster stares at Archer, silently. I can't see her expression well beneath her hood, but she looks as if she's agitated. Is that true? Assassin and Caster's masters are cooperating. Yeah, Assassin's guarding the outside of the gate, and Caster's hiding inside. It's pretty obvious these two have made a truce. It's not rare for masters to be cooperating with each other. You and Rin are cooperating, remember? Oh, that's right. Then there are two masters at this Ryoto temple. Technically. I was wondering what you were going to say, but you're so off, Archer. Hmm? Am I wrong? Man, I was confident you two were allies. Yes, you're terribly wrong. Allies, you said? Me cooperating with that dog? With the man under my control? Her laugh is so out of place, the tense atmosphere disperses. Contrarily, Archer grits his teeth. Something finally comes out. It's not Castor's enmity, nor the swirl of magical energy surrounding the temple. For the first time since he came here, Archer is showing open hostility. Yes, your hunch is correct, Archer. My master is not cooperating with anyone, nor is Assassin's master. No, first of all, Assassin doesn't have a master, except for me. The hell? Assassin doesn't have a master? What does that mean? Servants can't exist without a master. False. Weren't they supposed to disappear if they don't have a supply of magical energy? Castor, you've broken the rules. Of course not. I haven't broken any rules. Mages summon servants, right? Then what's the problem with a caster, a mage, summoning a servant? The witch in black robes proclaims with a sneer. So that means the assassin-class servant at the temple gate is a heroic spirit summoned by Castor. A servant controlling a servant, huh? I see, so he's a fictitious heroic spirit. Assassin was not summoned by a proper master. Something other than a proper assassin must have been called. Not that I care. Whatever the origins of the spirit, the job remains the same. Though it would hazard to say you made this choice unilaterally, eh? Fine. I'll ask, how did you come to that conclusion, Archer? Well, it's just a hunch. Masters are mages. When a mage summons a spellcaster that is superior to them, I imagine their relationship isn't a normal master-servant one. The master mage would always be on guard against the superior caster mage that they summoned. If I were your master, I wouldn't be inclined to let a witch freely move about. There's no way that they'd allow you to summon another servant that follows your orders rather than theirs. Seems you have some intelligence. I'll overlook your insult in lieu of your cleverness. Castor snickers as though she watches Archer carefully. The only thing between them is enmity. They're about 7 meters apart. With the charge that Archer showed at school, he should be able to slash Castor before she even finishes chanting an incantation. I understand now. Saber, Lancer, and Rider have strong magic resistance. The guy behind me doesn't even compare. It's on another level. You'd have a hard time affecting them with magecraft, so you can't compete since you're stuck with spellwork. In that case, it's natural for you to resort to underhanded tactics. You broke the rules to summon an assassin-class servant yourself. Created territory here and collected the souls of the people in town. And you don't fight yourself, instead opting to watch the war's movements from afar. Going so far, I assume you have your master basically tied up somewhere, stuck like a puppet, like this dipshit master behind me. She smiles silently. That sends a chill up my spine. She's not only collecting magical energy from people in town, she's even using her own master as a tool, just like she did to me. Castor is dangerous. She's not a pure threat like Berserker, but those who make the situation worse without showing themselves are always problematic in a war. Yes, you're correct, Archer. But you're wrong if you believe that I'm no match for you people. It's easy for me to win the Holy Grail War. I'm working as hard as I am thinking ahead. I'm not working out a strategy out of fear of you people. Oh, did you say it's easy to defeat us, Castor? Pretty words for a witch that flees all the time. You heard me. If it's here, I'm stronger than anyone else. Berserker and Saber aside, you won't even be able to scratch me. You should be the one who considers fleeing. I forgave you once, but there won't be a second time. I'll dole out the appropriate punishment to those who call me a witch. Castor's robe distorts. Magical energy in the air becomes a dense fog, covering Castor's body. I mean, pineapples do have spikes on them, so that's some survival instinct. With that in front of him... Interesting. Not even a scratch, he said. Though he's barely audible, Archer sounds amused. Yes, he'll not even be able to touch me. The black shadow responds. The knight in red laughs. Then I'll take a shot. If I fail, I'll leave the rest to Saber. He flies like a squall towards the black shadow. The red shadow runs. I don't know when he got them, but in Archer's hands are those weapons. Twin swords. He doesn't allow for any time for chanting incantations. Archer closes in on her before she can extend her arm. He slashes her in half with those twin blades. The robe cut in half scatters in the wind. Archer seems disappointed, standing in front of the remains of the enemy he just defeated so easily. It looked disappointing. She talked so big, yet lost without even attacking him once. Anyone would feel left down. He's still gripping the twin swords. A red knight. The black and white short swords are a magnificent sight to behold. Strange. My eye really keeps getting drawn to them. Those twin swords. They must be great swords with history, but I don't feel any malice from them. Noble phantasms are supposed to be fantastic weapons, so it only makes sense that they're beautifully crafted. If Saber's sword was visible, I'd have to imagine it to likewise be majestic. These swords, however, are different. A sword made with the clear purpose of defeating opponents. A sword that was made to leave a mark on history. A sword forged to surpass the skill and craft of another. A sword intended to do some great deed. These blades have none of that. They're nothing like a blade with the famed story or magic lineage. If anything, it seemed they were made because someone just wanted to. There's something raw about them. Unalloyed, even. Made like their creator questioned their own significance. That's what I think those are. Speaking of twin swords, part of a prop making club in your university, and someone made a prop of Archer's swords. They've been abandoned in the club's swords, so you took them and are trying to improve them. Nice. That's pretty awesome that somebody made a prop of Archer's swords, of Kancho and Bakuya, I think is what they're called. But yeah, good luck on improving them, because that would be an excellent prop to have. Mirrored swords without vanity. Black and white. A swordsmith's awakened representation of yin and yang. I stand captivated, because I feel the way they are is beautiful. Caster's slashed body disappears. After seeing it off, the moment Archer looks like he's going to put his weapons away. I'm disappointed, Archer. You really are weak. Caster's voice echoes through the desolate temple. Archer leaps. The barrage from earlier is mirrored. Bolts of light come flying from the sky to pierce Archer, and Archer repels them with his twin swords. Nice. That's all. That's always cool. No. This is different from before. The ground is burnt red. The magical energy compressed within one of those lights is at least 3 times greater than my full capacity. I'm sure even Archer would have his body blown away if he took a direct hit. He'd be just like Caster earlier. I look up at the sky. It's Batman! The moon is invisible, veiled behind a sea of dark clouds. In the middle of that, the black mage floats as if she reigns over the heavens. It must be a teleportation or time alteration. Whichever it is, you can get real close to true magic within your territory. I underestimated you, Caster. No, really. No wonder you talk a good game. While looking up at Caster, Archer adjusts the grip on his twin swords. Is that so? Yet you're all disappointment, Archer. I tested you since I thought you might come in handy, but you're less than assassin if this is the result. Your words pain me. I can do better if you'd grace me with another chance. Of course not. Fools do not get second chances. Disappear now, Archer. Shit. Archer becomes a streak. He takes off at full speed to get clear from Caster and this place. You think you can get away? Caster's staff moves. The moment it points at Archer, something absurd flashes before my eyes. Machine gun fire! No one can hear me say no way. Caster's attack is like a deluge of rain. The light that streaks down is like a bombing raid. Each spell is a death blow and Caster rains them down uninhibited. I may be green at this, but even I can tell how off the charts this magecraft is. This is more like Grand Magecraft. Something that requires a magic circle and a 10-count instant contract. An incantation of at least 10 lines. Because Grand Magecraft is powerful, it requires time to cast it. A normal mage would take a minute to cast such a magecraft. Even a mage that uses high-speed incantation could take 30 seconds. But she did it in an instant. She didn't even need an incantation and just pointed her staff, and she's using it continuously. I can't even think of anyone who would compare. I mean, I doubt there's any mage in the modern era that can compare. No, modern era, ancient mages don't necessarily count. You damn fox, you must have stored an incredible amount of magical energy to be able to fire A-rank magecraft in succession like this. He must have decided that he can't avoid them all anymore, as Archer sprints while deflecting them with his twin swords. He makes for the exit but changes course halfway there as if he just remembered something. You fool. How long are you gonna just stand there? Archer charges toward me with a fierce look. Huh? That makes me realize. The place I'm standing in is no longer safe. Oh, Shiro. I'm already in range of the light. Damn it, why am I stuck doing this? Archer makes toward me. Huh? The moment I try to jump back to avoid him, my body is flying through the air. Huh? I try to shake him off reflexively. Pardon the yawn. You've got to be kidding me. Archer is now carrying me? Let me down, you idiot. What the hell are you thinking? How would I know? Shut up, hearing that from you is giving me a headache. From how stupid I'm being, idiot. Idiot? You call me an idiot knowing you're an idiot yourself? You idiot. Hey, are you a child or something? I don't know what you're gonna do if you're stupid and a child. At least pick one, you fool. Archer must be wound up as his words make no sense. Even though he saved me, I just can't graciously accept. Just let go of me. I can take care of myself. I don't need your help. No more than that, I can't bear being a hindrance to him. Archer should have been able to escape by now if it was just himself, but the exit is farther now that he's saved me. True. That is a fair point. So, also like a pufferfish. Archer running around the temple must be an easy target for Caster, who's above us. Are you listening to me? I see, then I don't need to hold back. Then, Archer drop kicks me. Oh, Shiro. I tumble onto the ground. He must have kicked me hard as I flew at least 5 meters. You. I endured the pain and get up. Huh? Archer is still. The rain of light bullets has also stopped. All that remains is a feeling of cold that hurts my ears. Hey, I finally get my bearings. The very air around Archer has frozen. How are you feeling, Archer? Even as one of the 3 knights, you can't move if space itself is frozen. Caster's triumphant voice. Archer must not be able to talk. It's like time has stopped for him. I guess this is it. Saber's outside, so I don't have any more time to waste on you. I don't know which heroic spirit you are, but this is goodbye, Archer. Caster raises her left hand. From that hand, a light bullet of instant death is dropped. But right before that, Archer murmurs something. What is it, Archer? If you feel like begging for mercy, I may. I said, Caster. His tone is filled with irritation. I try to make out what he's saying, and... You fool, I said to dodge it, Caster. Archer leaps away. He must have broken the frozen space with force. With the sound of breaking glass, Archer flashes out of sight. Distracted by Archer's angry shout, Caster is baffled. And then to either side of her, a flash of black and white converge on her. Caster's robe tears. She must have been giving just enough warning from Archer's shout and narrowly escapes the attack. It should not need explaining, but Archer's blades that fly by. It was in an instant. Archer threw the twin swords to either side when he kicked me and got caught in the freezing spell. The blades boomeranged through the sky and made an arc back towards Caster. Guess he got a hand to him. Wait, where'd he go? You know, Amiya, why the hell did you warn her? I'm left speechless. Caster, too. The Red Knight leaps back into view and calls checkmate. He kneels on the ground and aims his bow toward the sky. I don't know why I'm yawning. His target is Caster, and the arrow he has knocked is the same magic blade that he shot at Berserker. Archer's voice shakes the air. Caster weaves an urgent incantation, but having clearly anticipated that, Archer shoots the arrow. Is that his noble phantasm? The released arrow twists space itself. Caster's moan fills the air. The tornado-like arrow easily penetrated Caster's defenses. Most likely, guessing from the distortion, I bet Caster would have been twisted along with the space if she had teleported. Even then, Caster is still alive. The black robe is scattered, and the body underneath the robe has numerous cuts. She's using all her magical energy to regenerate, but I'm sure she would have died instantly without a chance to heal had it been a direct hit. Yeah, Archer's shot didn't land a direct hit. The arrow was released into an empty space away from Caster, and her barrier of protection was destroyed from the aftermath. The arrow missed. No, that's wrong. He didn't miss, he deliberately didn't hit her. I don't know what his intentions are. Though he had the chance to finish her off, for whatever reason, Archer let her go. Stillness returns to the temple. He remains in front of me while Caster floats down, glaring at him all the while. The last attack must have taken a lot out of him. As I can sense that Archer's magical energy is low. And that goes for Caster as well. Although it missed, Archer's attack scraped away most of her body and magical energy. Even if there was a big pool here, it's useless if Caster is too injured to collect. Her robes don't seem that scattered. Caster lands, dispirited. She seems to have managed to reform her body, but she's running on empty inside. It should be impossible to continue fighting. Caster stares at us while breathing heavily. For some reason, she seems to be comparing both of us. Why didn't you hit me with that shot? The demoralization in her voice is in her voice as well. He shrugs as if to say it should be obvious. Well, I said I would only try once. My first attack didn't work, everything else didn't really matter. What? Did you want me to break our promise and hit you instead? He's crazy. So you had no intention of killing me. I just responded to your provocation. My objective was that guy over there. I didn't actually intend to start a fight here. He didn't really seem to come here with any hostility first. I see. So you really didn't come spoiling for a fight. Yeah, and I'm the same as that coward over there. It's my policy to avoid meaningless battles. I prefer to wield my sword at opportune moments, and most preferably when I can ensure a kill. Meaningless bloodshed isn't my thing. Excuse me, I don't know what's so funny, but Caster gives a hearty laugh. I see, so you two are similar then. What? We reply in unison. Similar. Me and that guy. What makes her say that? Am I wrong? You both don't like pointless killing, right? That boy over there cannot forgive servants who feed on innocent humans like me. You do not like meaningless slaughter. See, it's exactly the same. Is not why you two are cooperating. Stupid. How do you figure that? Get your eyes checked. How the hell could anyone think we're even remotely alike? I feel the same way. We may both prefer pacifism, but our principles are vastly different. My policy is to get rid of the nuisances early on. I'm not a ponderous oaf like that guy. Pacifist my ass. I haven't forgotten. You shot at Saber along with Berserker. You made Saber fight by yourself while you hid away safely far away. It is what it is. We didn't have a truce then. Berserker's defeat was a far greater priority than Saber's safety. Or what? Don't tell me you're telling me to save everything I see. In that case, Berserker wouldn't be someone you have to defeat either. We glare at each other. I really don't get along with this guy. Why does everything he says get on my nerves? Meanwhile, Caster's laugh is even more amused as she looks between us. I like you two. Both your strength and the way you both are is a scarcity. It'd be so disappointing to make you two my enemies. Huh? My head tilts in confusion. Archer looks away from me and glares at Caster. Hold on. What are you saying? Is it not obvious? I'm saying you should work with me. I can offer you both something better than your current partners. You, boy, I can give a servant greater than Saber. And you, Archer, I can grant a contract with a mage superior to yours. My mind grinds to a halt. I question her sanity and her seriousness. I should think it a tempting proposal. I have what it takes to end this war. I told you it's easy for me to win. What do you think? If survival's the goal, it is a promising offer. No? There's not even an option here. I decided to fight to stop those who involve innocent people. As such, I can't accept the offer from someone like her. I refuse. I can't cooperate with a witch like you. That's all there is to it. It should be obvious where I stand. I can't ally myself with the servant, nor can I betray those I'm already partnered with. I'm going to fight alongside Saber and Archer, would also never betray Tosaka. Wait. That guy, he's hesitating. Hey, Archer, you... I refuse. I don't have reason to take the power you offer. To start with, your territory is too weak. No matter how much stronger you make it, it will never be as strong as Berserker. The conditions aren't good enough to accept. I sigh with relief. I had a bad feeling, but he's not like that. I hate him, but he's firm on his beliefs. I see, so negotiations have failed, That's right, but I have no intention of fighting you here. It is by my own choice that I'm here. It's not my master's orders, so I have no reason to cut you down. How about we call this a draw? Huh? I doubt my own ears. Did he just say he's gonna let Caster go? That's surprising. Your master was after me, right? Yet you're going to let me go? Yeah, I don't care how many people you kill here. That doesn't concern me. Oh my, what a terrible man. You think poison has its uses. My master's not so enthusiastic about killing other masters. So it will help me if you can do so. We can sell our match after that. Hold on, Caster. Caster seems to have accepted Archer's proposal as she turns around. I run to Caster as she moves to vanish, but Archer stops me. Are you stupid? You're gonna get yourself killed that way. I'd say wait until they're announced. Once an FGO event has been announced, then if you have any info, it's fine to send it through. I'd say that. But I'd say wait until an event is officially announced. Are you stupid? You're gonna get yourself killed that way, he says indifferently. Though true, his words make me feel so furious I make myself nauseous. I stop. Caster's black gown flutters in the wind and disappears like magic. She's gone. Only Archer and I remain on the temple grounds. Seeing him gets on my nerves. He saved me twice today. Caster would have taken my command spells if it weren't for him, and I'm sure I would have died in that deluge of light. But this is different. I can't forgive him for letting Caster go. Why'd you let Caster go? Because it was not the time to fight. Even if I did attack her, she would have just fled. Don't tell me you didn't see how she can teleport earlier. Also wanted to caution Koji. Alrighty-o. Will be done. I did actually insert her in there as well, so she is at a 1. At minimum. Oh. That's true. We wouldn't be able to capture Caster if she really wanted to get away. Fair enough. I mean, it does take a little bit. That's mainly so that way, on the off chance somebody big raids me, I don't just have a bunch of people randomly flooding the servant level up order. Although I've only had one major raid, and it was years ago. On top of that, this temple is Caster's territory. She's a witch. Even if she was weakened, I'm sure she had at least 1 or 2 tricks up her sleeve. Finally get it, huh? If we want to defeat Caster, we need to defeat her master first. Even if she can teleport away, she'll eventually disappear if we can defeat the master she's bound to. Going for the master, not the servant. That's the safest and most sure approach in a Holy Grail war. I know that, but still, you're gonna let her get away? The incidents happening around town are all her doing, right? There'll be more victims unless we stop her. I can't let that be. Why not? It's not something that harms you. Actually, I'd like for her to continue. Caster will keep sucking up vitality from people and use that power to defeat Berserker. We can defeat Caster after that. Rena and I can defeat Caster, but not Berserker. Until we defeat Berserker, we can let Caster be. My face heats up. Blood rushes to my head and I want to punch him. Don't be ridiculous. Tosaka wouldn't do such a thing. Right. That's why I want Caster to do so as fast as possible. We can't avoid fighting if Reen finds Caster. It would be ideal if Caster can defeat Berserker before that happens. What? I don't know how many people will be sacrificed, but it should be a cheap price to pay if we can defeat Berserker. Humans live and humans die. Regardless of what kills them, or the result is the same. Though Caster is also resting on her laurels, she should just take their lives, not just their magical energy. If all the humans around die out, it will be a bit easier to fight. My master's also naive at her core. If that happens, I'm sure she'll do anything to win. The Red Knight smiles dryly. He sounds amused. He feels the people living here are in the way. He's saying the same thing as Caster. You. Oh, as you know, Reen is the type to stick to formalities. She's as impeccable as a mage, but isn't dirty enough as a master. I wouldn't have had such a hard time if she were more like Caster. You bastard. I punch Archer's face. Well, I punch in the general direction, but he easily avoids it. What are you doing? I thought we were cooperating. Screw you. I'm nothing like you. I don't sacrifice those around me in order to win. I would never do such a thing. I feel the same way, Shiro Emiya, but you cannot save everyone. For example, Caster would not just stop at this town if she obtained the Holy Grail. That's the same for Ilia's Veil and the other masters. Because that is what happens when idiots grow up, and Archer is Shiro Emiya. Shiro Emiya is an idiot, so it kind of checks out. As far as I know, you and Reen are the only masters that would not use the Holy Grail for your own self-interest. There will be more victims unless we win. In that case, the only choice is to sacrifice the people here and make use of them. We can contain the damage done this way, like you would want it. That, or it's just the fact that Archer knows what to say to Shiro to try and get under Shiro's skin. And he's just saying the things he wished was told to him all those years ago. Just trying to subtly insult himself because he's so self-deprecating. I feel numb. He doesn't need to explain it. I can't save everyone. Kiritsugo always said that, so I should be over it, but it's just the way he says it that pisses me off. You said you don't want to involve any innocent people, right? Then accept it. Refusing to kill someone doesn't lead to anyone being saved. Just as Caster says, we're unfortunately alike. You would have to cooperate if we didn't want to make any more victims. No, I won't cooperate with you. I can't ever accept you. I see. You only trust Reen, after all. I turn my back to Archer. I'm different than him. I can't let Caster be, so there's only one course of action. Don't tell me you're going to go after Caster. I ignore him and start walking. My destination is inside the temple. If this is Caster's territory, then our workshop is inside. I can't believe you. You cannot match Caster by yourself. If you want to keep living, turn back. Archer follows, complaining the entire way. Damn it all, you're going to waste the life that I saved. Have it your way then, but at least thank me before throwing it all away. I helped you out of the kindness of my heart. I won't ask me to call you your savior, but you could at least be thankful towards the fellow you escaped from the brink of death with. Man, he really gets on my nerves. Shut up. Quit acting like we're pals all of a sudden. Hurry and go back to Tosaka's place. I don't need your help. I turn away and head toward the temple without looking back for good this time. There. Well, good thing you don't like me. I feel a chilling premonition of death. Huh? Before I can fully manage to leap out of the way, Archer brings his sword down on me. Ooh. He cuts me at the shoulder. My blood comes pouring out, and I feel like I'll pass out the moment my focus wavers. The pain is so sharp it feels like my skin and muscles are burning. I back away with wobbly steps. I can't even flee. All my remaining strength is sapped, and all I can do is remain on my feet. You. No, I missed. Must be that I couldn't clamp down on my desire for a kill, or you really do have good reaction time. Well, whatever. Archer walks toward me with his sword covered in my own blood. I'll be killed. My instinct is that I'm going to die, and my feet struggle to move. The temple's exit. I stagger towards the stairs beyond the mountain gate and retreat back. He must know that this is a fatal wound. His steps are unhurried. Everything is going fuzzy. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't even recall why I'm fleeing or why I was cut to begin with. It feels like my thoughts and memories are following the blood dripping from my body. Maybe I'm still conscious because that sword he's holding. The white short sword. The plain blade holds my attention and keeps me from closing my eyes. But it comes to an end. The mountain gate is right behind me. The stairs are right there, but I can't even turn around. The moment I'm due, I'm sure Archer will split me in two. This is it. If you have no reason to fight, die here. Yeah, that's fine. That should be fine. He raises his blade. The white yin sword is raised like a guillotine. I actually might have to look into seeing if there's a way to have such things automatically sent to the Discord, because that sounds like a good idea if I could figure out a way to have the Twitter announcements officially appear on have them appear on the Discord when they appear. That's a good idea. Thank you for giving me the idea to do that, Janice. White yin sword is raised like a guillotine. What reason to fight? That's right. It's hypocrisy for you to fight for someone else and not yourself. You only wish for peace, not victory. Such a thing doesn't even exist in this world. I don't. Even as my consciousness fades, I feel defiant. Both my body and mind are at their limit. Farewell. Drown in your ideals and die. His voice is filled with hatred. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He swings the twin sword, Bakuya. Once more the blade slashes at me, but this time to sever my very life. But right before that, with only the thought of defying his words, I jump backward without thinking of the consequences. His sword cuts the air and my body flies through it. The bottomless darkness is behind me. With a horrible sound, my body crashes into the stonework. Then it rolls down the mountain stairs. What's that? I hear an unfamiliar voice near me. I also hear a familiar voice. My vision is almost gone. I attempt to lift my body, but can only collapse in a heap back to the earth. Shiro, please get a hold of yourself. You wounded and were pushed down the stairs. Is that Saber? She supports my body and speaks with urgency. But that's bad. I don't know their identity, but there's one other unknown servant nearby. If she's tending to me, it leaves her wide open for an attack. It's fine, Saber. Be quiet. There's still time. With your healing powers, if we return home right away. She must have realized that mid-sentence. She looks back at the servant behind her. Assassin, why didn't you attack me? That would be tactless. One does not pluck a flower amidst the transient bloom. Huh? She tilts her head, unable to grasp the enemy's true intentions. What? I was merely charmed by your countenance. Your expression while in battle was splendid, but your concern now is beautiful. I couldn't help but admire. Is that a kimono? The servant, dressed anachronistically, turns his back toward us. This is enough for tonight. You should leave, Saber. Are you letting us go, assassin? Yes, if you promise to continue this battle another time, I will let you go. I won't be satisfied fighting you in your current situation. It would be a shame. Saber glares at Assassin. And Assassin stares calmly at Saber. Their stare down lasts for a few seconds. That's what Shiro thinks, at least. I mean, to be fair, Shiro is suffering from blood loss, a possible concussion from falling down the stairs, and it's also Shiro, so, you know, that's probably the main explanation. I understand, Assassin. I shall settle this match someday. A fine response. I'm looking forward to it, King of Knights. Saber takes me in her arms and heads down the stairs. However, I see the knight in red following us from the mountain gate, determined to not let me go. Saber says in wonder. He said that he kills when he can ensure it. If he's a man of his word, he can't leave me here alive. Let me leave here alive. If he swung his sword trying to kill me, I'm sure he'll do whatever he can to kill me now. The red cloak flutters like a feather. It doesn't matter whether Saber is here or not. Archer jumps down and slashes his sword at me. Swords clash. I counterattack like a flash of light. The intercepting blade parries Archer's sword, then makes for his neck as he hangs midair. Assassin, you. Archer twists his body and lands. The knight in red is blocked by the servant in a kimono and cannot pass down the stairs. Do you intend to get in my way, samurai? Archer readies his twin swords and faces the assassin-class servant. With that in front of him, Assassin adjusts his hold on his sword as if nothing happened. That's my line. Are you trying to get in my way when I have told him I will let them go? His voice is oddly pleasant. I don't know what his goal is, but he really intends to let us leave. Additionally, my role is to guard this gate. Whether you pass through alive is at my discretion. I let you make your way in, but it's a different story to leave. Your head somewhat lacks elegance, but I shall accept it for tonight. He intends to go for the kill. Assassin's fighting spirit is as sharp as his longsword. There is no dominating presence like Archer or Saber where everything feels involved. He is a sharpened razor edge that precisely aims for the neck. Well spoken, but a mere tool of caster that couldn't even scratch Saber's up going to match me. I have my complaints as well. I thought you would give that wily old fox an unpleasant surprise that you flee with your tail between your legs. Their confrontation is short. Both parties demonstrate fantastical swordplay. I'm captivated by what I see. To be honest, I can't even make out Assassin's sword technique. I'm not unused to swordplay, but I can't make heads or tails out of it. It's too swift and deadly. The contrast is what makes me so fascinated. Dancing twin blades. Archer manages to defend himself against such inhuman ability, but his technique looks like something even I could do someday. I don't like it, but you could say I'm impressed. He's fighting against Assassin's magical sword with techniques acquired by experience and sheer force of will, rather than talent. Damn it, it's obvious that he's strong. It's a different strength than Tosaka or Saber. All the training he went through because he's not extraordinary. I bet he didn't have anything. So with his limited resources, he trained his heart out and got to that level. Shiro, let us go now. Either way, you must rest your body as soon as possible. Saber's voice brings me back to reality. We leave Ryoto Temple with Saber carrying me. Assassin and Archer's swordplay echoes behind us, without pause. Server data added, presumably for Kojiro. Still going. My wound is almost healed by the time we get back. Saber's healing powers might be flowing into you since you're connected with her. Tosaka's opinion might be correct, as my wound heals quickly when Saber's touching me. So what happened, Shiro? Saber demands an explanation once we get to the dojo after treating my wound and getting changed, all without waking Fujini up. I do my best to summarize all the important points. How I was controlled by Caster and went to the temple, the coma incidents happening in town and Caster's relation to them, Archer who saved me when my command spells were about to be taken, and how he tried to kill me in the end. She seems to ponder something. I would get why she would want to organize her thoughts since this all happened in one night. I see, so Archer let Caster go. Yeah, he did. He's the worst. He's no different from Caster if he's using her to win. It pisses me off when I think back to it. Damn it, I wish I'd gotten in ahead on him. Then, Saber has a weird expression on her face. What's so funny? Well, I was just thinking that it's rare for you to speak ill of someone. Though it has only been a short while, I thought you were not one to talk behind other people's backs. Now that she mentions it, I've been complaining a lot. I can't help it. Archer really gets to me. And worst of all, he's made fun of Tosaka, his own partner. Yes, but Shiro, let me ask you one thing. Are you angry at Archer's betrayal? It doesn't seem they're angry he attacked you. I'm not sure on that, simply because a compilation would be incredibly long, and making a more compact version would require a lot of editing, I feel. Like, a lot of editing, and I don't have the time or the money to pay for an editor. You know, she's right. Archer's actions would constitute betrayal. But that is... Damn, it's not like he betrayed me. I haven't made any promises with him from the start. That's why even though Archer attacked me, I think that's fair. Yeah, plus, I kind of do the story segments in a way, so that way, if somebody does want to rewatch a specific part of the story, or they want to watch it slow and steady, they know exactly what video to go to for what section, because every section is its own video, you know? So that way, it makes it a little bit more easier for consumption. If people know, hey, I want to rewatch this part, I can rewatch this part, or so on and so forth. That's true, but you certainly are a handful. But our tone has a certain fondness to it. In conclusion, I feel the same as you. I cannot lack Castor to be, but Archer's not cruel. Hold on, what part were you listening to, Saber? Everything is based on all that I've heard. I'm saying I have the same opinion as you. And his sword technique is like a clear stream. He must have nothing evil in his heart. I believe his stance swordplay indicates his character. I don't like it even more now. Something's wrong with Saber to compliment him. First of all, Archer's technique is... No, I was just being delusional. He's like yogurt that's about to expire compared to Saber. What are you saying? His technique is nothing. He couldn't even kill me with a surprise attack. How can he call himself a servant? Yes, that's because you have talent as well. You should be able to reach Archer's skill if you train long enough. I can't object if she says so while making that face. Anyhow, Saber approves of Archer's technique. I don't know why, but I can't stand that fact. You said I have talent, right? Yes, if you continue to work at it, your skill will improve greatly. I've decided. Like, can you teach things once my wound heals? Not just how to survive, but I want to learn how to fight. I shake Saber's hand and look her directly in the eyes. Certainly, I don't mind if you so desire. Alright, I have no complaints if I can study under Saber. I can't repeat the same failure as tonight, and it's not like me to keep on running away. Most importantly, I can't lose to the guy who said we need more victims in order to reduce the total number of victims. Yeah, that's some dark mentality there. Alright, so that seems to finally be the end of day 6. So I think this is going to be where I indeed call today's stream of the remaster. Because I've been going for almost 2.5 hours. Good gracious, this day took a long time, but that's fine. So, I'm going to really quickly, before I fully sign off here, I'm going to go back to the title. I want to see if something specific has changed in the gallery. I feel like it's going to only happen with endings. Yes. So, this little sleeping tiger has not changed beyond the 1 marker. I don't know if it's depending on how many endings you get or what, but I guess we'll find out. For now, though, I've been Soulrack Dragon. I hope you've all enjoyed today's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out my channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There's plenty of content for all to enjoy. But once again, thank you all so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.